How's it going? Ryan here. And today I'm going to go over the one trade that I took on SPY. I took some puts after a key level broke and retested. Ended up having a small winner. Contracts ran well over 100%, so I sold too early. Kind of paper handed that trade, but we'll get into that in a second. For now, we're looking at the daily time frame here. A couple levels I was watching as they were relevant today. So we have the high of this most recent high, kind of also the most recent high that we set in on Friday around 459.5 or 6 or so. This next level, an area we rejected off of earlier around 458.36. We have the top of this range, an area that we had found resistance a few times back at this point and more recently, right around 456.3. We have the bottom of that range kind of coinciding with the bottom of this range as well, right around 453.4-ish. Bottom of this wick here, 450, we'll call it 452, and then bottom of this wick here, this little swing low here at 448. Didn't come into play. These don't come into play. We'll take a look at the 4 hour as well. I feel like the 4 hour and the 1 hour have really been kind of giving me the direction or like the idea of where the levels that I want to watch are, because we've had these days where we kind of range, and we've been in this range for a while. So really just watching the top and bottoms of those ranges, areas that we have rejected off of consistently. You know, I watch for price action in those areas. Do we hold them or do we break them? But that's really been helping me lately, just identify zones for either potential bounces or rejections, especially depending on, you know, what way price is coming into those zones. So we also have the high and the low from Friday's session. Sold off quite a bit in the pre-market. And let's take a look. So sold off quite a bit in the pre-market. Set that pre-market low, which is this yellow level. Had a pretty bullish opening, came up, like I was saying, I was watching the top of this area, this level right around 456.35, but I wasn't being super particular with that level, but more so just this zone. And you can see why each time we got up into this area, look at what's happened. And the reason why I was watching that, oh shit. All right, we're back. We're back. All right. The reason why I was watching that is, let's take a look ski. So this level is what I was watching, but look at how many times just in this general area. We have 1, 2, we have some price action here where we found support, broke it, retested, rejected, pre-market level rejected, high at day rejected. This candle here kind of pushed up, closed below it. You can see that it acted as an area of support as well when we pushed down, and then rallied to that next level up here. So I knew just in this general region, you know, that's quite a wide range. That's why I don't mark it. It's because I'd like to just give a general idea with that level, but don't hold that level to a strict, you know, basis. When I saw it coming up here, I didn't want to short because we showed a lot of strength here. This candle barely closed below that level, but also that big hammer kind of on this level essentially. Didn't want to short there. that looked like a bad idea to me. But we did look like we were kind of losing some steam. And reason being, you know, volumes dying down. We have long upper wicks, kind of almost a double top here where we failed to set really a new high. Also rising volume on this red candle after we show some weakness on the way up. So we'll take a look at the 2 minute as well because I watched that. We can also take a look at what I'm talking about. So this is what I mean. You can see that as we got up in here, we start to see some sellers come in. Just based on these wicks up top, you know, there's obviously some selling going down. We had a strong push up into this area, and that momentum isn't being like preserved. I guess you can see some selling start to happen. We set this high, and then we had like 4 or 5, you know, candles in a row where we couldn't break it, and we were just wicking and wicking and wicking. So once I saw this, I thought that there could be a definite short opportunity. Once we broke below this level, came up and retested, this is where I entered. That's exactly what I was looking for. We kind of had a false breakout above that area, sold back below it, came up and retested. I entered at, I think I entered one on this candle and a second contract at this candle. Got a really good fill, kind of my average was right up in here, so never really had much drawdown on this trade. My only mistake is selling too soon. As you can see, the reaction that we got out of it, I sold these contracts too early. They were well over 100% down here, probably closer to like 130. So fumbled it a little bit, but I identified the trade. I got in. We'll take a look at 5 minutes as well, so you can get an idea what that looks like. This gave me a little bit of concern because we were bullish off the morning. We came down, we had this big green hammer candle so close to that level that I was watching for rejection. I think that got me a little cautious. So my plan was to trim one around the bottom here and then trim my second at pre-market low. That was the plan. I sold early. So what I did was I sold one when we broke below 456. I got 456 puts up here, so slightly out of the money. Once we broke below 456, I took one off here. I took the second off on this candle, so I sold completely out when we were pushing up a little bit. So even that little push up, that little bit of green down here, actually ate into my premiums quite a bit. You know, if I had sold at the bottom of this candle, I would have got a better chunk percentage wise, but sold the second one here. So didn't stick to my plan. I entered, I waited for the trade setup. I entered, I feel like everything with that, the entry, the recognition, the patience, solid. Managing my position throughout this trade was not as good, and I didn't stick to my trade. You know, for instance, if I took one off down here when we hit that low as I planned, and then took the second off when we hit that pre-market low, would have been a much smoother trade, a much more profitable trade. So that is where I went wrong. But with that being said, positive notes, it played out. You know, I watched this come up. I feel like I'm able to identify price action around the levels that I have, and put myself on the winning side more often than not lately, and just learning to trust myself a little bit and execute. And I think I'm trusting myself. I'm executing, but not executing all the way. And I think there's still particular areas around like managing my position throughout a trade, scaling out, things I could learn and do better, and that's something that I'll try to improve upon. As this worked out pretty perfectly, so I should, you know, as I say, just trust myself. The trades are there, they're happening. I'm putting myself in the right place at the right time. Just maybe develop some more of that patience. Develop the patience for the entry. I think now I need to develop the patience for the exits. So that's all I have for you. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I do stream live Monday through Friday, so I'll be here all week streaming. If you want to stop by, say what's up, please do. Love to interact. Yeah, that's it. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you again. Peace.